Alright, so let's go through the notes first. Alright, we'll chat to everything because it's amazing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. So the PowerPoint. So let's do basic term. Okay, solution is this a homogeneous mixture of solute plus solvent. This is important, right? Because with solute and solvent, you get your concentration. We get concentration by solute divided by solvent, and the solute is a substance being dissolved, and the solvent is substance doing the dissolving. Okay, you need to know these four terms so you can figure everything out. Okay, and then to express concentration, remember concentration is solute divided by solvent. So you have the mass O slash volume, which is M slash V, which is mg slash ml, or grams slash liters, and or you make sure they're all in the same one. Like if you have mg over L, try to convert it into mg over ml, just so it's a little easier, and keep all of them in the same value so you don't get confused. Okay, percentage is really easy. Percentage, you just convert it, like, so 1% means 1 gram per 100 milliliters. All right, I'll show you more after that, right? So just the mass or volume, or volume and volume, right? And the molarity is moles per liter, right? These two are really, they get kind of confusing, but if you figure out moles, again, moles are the only hard one, but if you figure that one, you'll be really chill. Okay, and then for mass and slash volume, usually concentration, which is the solute divided by solvent, times the volume, because the amount of solute, right? This is an example. Make 5 ml of 5 mg slash ml, whatever, albumin solution, right? So you just multiply concentration. So you know this is the concentration by what's given. If it's given like this, you know that's the concentration. So concentration, and then this is of course volume because it's ml. Divided that equals whatever you get, and you get the grams, which is the amount of solute, and solute is the one that's being dissolved. Okay, and then percentage, you can 1%, see 1% equals 1 gram of solute in 100 ml, 10% equals 10 grams in 100 ml, and you can always convert that into liters, or you can also convert that into milliliters, or I mean microliters. It just depends. You can know the conversions. So, like it's just 1,000 or 1,000 backward, 1,000 forward. Okay, and then concentration as a decimal. So this is, and the decimal is like, yeah, 25 equals 0.25 grams. 50 equals 0.5. That's what a decimal is. All right, simple, great. And then the volume times equals the amount of solute, so it's very similar. So we have 3%. Since we know it's 3%, we can just convert it to this, equals 100 ml. And the molarity is the only hard one. So molarity is the number of moles per solute per liter of solution. Okay, it's from a concentration, and you know you're using the molarity formula when you have concentration like this. It's mole slash liter times the volume times the molecular weight, and the molecular weight is based on atomic periodic table, and you that's normally given. All right, simple, and you get the grams of solute, right? So you know this is our volume, this is our concentration, or actually not, yeah, because it's molarity, and then this will be our molecular weight. It's given, right? So concentration, which is this, concentration, which is this, so it's first times the amount of volume, and you can always do conversions depending on, since this is in molarity or liters, so you would convert this into liters just so it's not confusing, times the gram, and you get whatever this is. And then you just write weigh this much, and QS is quantitative solution, right? You know unit conversions, hopefully. And this is the making dilution. This is the most important formula. All right, so the formula is C1 times V1 equals C2 times V2, right? And so these are your four variables, right? And so now with this formula, we can also get how to find V1. V1 is equal to C2 times V2 divided by C1, because that's how algebra works, because the multiplication can divide C1, divide both sides, cancel out, we just have C1 over here. So that's another formula you should know. Well, it's just basic algebra. You can deduct this from that. It's just whatever you're missing, that's how you do that. And then let's see. C1 is the concentration of stock solution, and then V1 is the volume of stock solution you use. And C2 and V2 are basically what the desired are. So this is what you start with, and this is the desired. Okay, simple as that, right? So 1 liter, okay, so we have a volume of 1 mg, so we have a concentration at 100 mg stock. Okay, so that is our C2, this is our V2, and this is our C1. So we don't have everything, but we have everything but V1, right? So what's C1? We have C1. We can move C1. This is C1. This is C2. And this is V2. So you can just do that. 100 mg, C2 times V1. I guess you can also do it this way, but try to stick with this. And that way it's the same thing formula, just it's converting to this. That's kind of confusing. Maybe not ignore that. So QS means cognitive solution. Always convert units, always label. Next to checklist. So we can go back to, we can see if we can practice. Okay, great. Practice. Okay, so don't ignore these two. Okay, so how many grams of NaCl to make 100 milliliters of 0.3 molarity? 0.3, yeah, so that's in molarity, right? So we know we're using moles. So we have that, we have our moles times the liters, that's in milliliters, so convert that liters because it's moles, equals how many moles we have actually, okay? And then we could plug those moles in to that, the number of moles times the molecular weight, because it's in molarity, so we use molecular weight, and you get the amount of grams. All right, that's basically it. Let me see if I can show you this. All right, so now this is a little bit simple to understand. So this is C1, V1, C2, V2. So we need to find V1 here. So to find V1, we multiply C2, so 150. So for the first one, 150 times V2, which is 5, divided by C1, because we, remember how it goes like this. Since it's C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2, we can bring C1 under here, divided by C1, cancel out, so we have V1 equal to C2 V2 divided by C1. All right, so remember that. So then we can do that. So divided by 300, so C2 times V2 is equal to 750. 750 divided by C1 is equal to 2.5. And we know it's in ml. Okay? So that's how you find that. And then, yeah, everything else should be simple because I've already gone over it. If you still have questions, you can just ask me and I can explain these to you. Bye-bye.